I think the challenge we have is that many innovations and new drug coming to the market is that the trends with the current prices make that certain countries, including my country, France, is looking at the issue of sustainability over time. Now we have fast track and market authorization of drug, and then when it goes to each country for price negotiation, the process might be very slow because the negotiation is very harsh, and so the agreement on price and volume is more and more difficult to achieve in many countries. So what we need is, from a patient organization perspective, is to better understand what is at stake, including the price negotiation mechanism, the relation between the price and the efficacy and effectiveness. And also we should look at more of the reality check of the costs for R&D and the level of profitability we want to allow for this industry to prosper and to continue innovating. But at the same time, it's going to be very difficult to explain in many European countries that the profitability is so high and that a big share of the money goes to the shareholders. The pricing decision might be felt as quite opaque. It's behind closed door, behind the state representatives or the insurance representative and the industry. And some of the price really achieved in the negotiation are not even known by the public. They are hidden and they are under confidential agreement. One of the issues is that since we have fast-track approval, sometimes the level of proof of the efficacy of a drug leaves many question marks that could be answered when we'll have the proper data, what we call in real-world data for real-world evidence. And it could be through post-marketing studies or market agreement entries. But this is only achievable if we have the proper infrastructure together to collect the data, and they're also in the most transparent way. I mean, those data should be also shared with the patient organization and not only used by the pharma industry. If many drugs come to the market with this fast track, then we're going to have an issue about real-world evidence and to really check in the real settings that it's working accordingly to the rather limited clinical studies performed before the market authorization. I think that the risk, frankly, the risk for the states is not to involve enough the patient groups in the negotiation process, because we are going to enter a very, very tense a period of strong, harsh, difficult negotiations. And if it's not more transparent, then most of the public and the patient organization will be totally lost, and we'll have a lot of question marks about really what's going on. So the recommendation is that all the patient organizations should really enter and be on board in most of the negotiation process, although we understand that part of the negotiation process will still be under the confidentiality agreement. Definitely the patient groups should voice their concern and has to be part of the commissions as stakeholders or are full member with the vote of HTA commissions and also in the commissions negotiating the prices of drugs.